Hello and welcome to the Ammonite tutorial videos. Today we'll be talking about the USB copy feature, which is copying of the files from your logger to a USB stick that you can just put in a USB port and all the data will be copied. But there are many steps that you need to do for this to work, so let's get right down to it. When you have your USB flash drive, please at first format it to the FAT32 file system. You can do this, for instance, on your Windows PC. If you plug in your device, then you open your file explorer, you find the USB stick, you can right-click on it and format it. And then you have different options like here on the screenshot that I show you right now in our manual of Meteo-40. This is how the window is going to look like, and you should select FAT32 file system and format the stick. After that, you need to have a special data file that's going to be called keyfile.txt, and this file is kind of informing the device what type of files should it copy, and also this is a file that's going to authenticate your stick with a password so that the logger can be sure that this is you and it's allowed to copy the files onto that stick. So please create a file called keyfile.txt, and in the content of that file, you need to put in the square brackets, like in here, your serial of your device, and then you need the word password and empty space between it, then equals, then empty space, and then the password that is for USB copy. This is important. Only this password is going to work. You got the factory certificate when you bought the logger, and on it you can find the USB copy password, and this is the one to use in here. And after that, you can say what type of files do you want to be copied. So here are a few examples, but at the bottom of our manual you can find a bit more details about it. You can see that the primary statistics should be called statistics, secondary statistics should be called secondary, tertiary, and there's config, logbook, gas data, source data if you're interested in the source. You can put more devices than one into one keyfile.txt, and that will allow you to use one stick for more devices. They should always be separated with an empty line. All of the serials should be in the square brackets, and obviously they should be coming with the respective password for this device. There are many different ways of copying this. You can say that you want all files. You can also say that you want just files since, or that you want the newest 10, or that you want a certain month or day. This is all described in our manual. And when it comes to config, you need to just write the word save. That means it will save the current configuration to the stick. So I do have a small example here for my logger that I created, and yeah, serial name in the square brackets, the password for the device, and I want all statistics. I want the config. I'm interested in logbook and gas data, but just since 2016 January 1st. So this is one example. And when you have this file, then please copy it over to the USB stick, and then your stick is ready to be used. You need to put this stick into the device, and when you do that, certain things are going to happen, and I'm going to show you that on the video in here. So you put in the USB stick into one of the ports. You will see that it's going to blink if it has any of the LEDs in that stick. And on the LCD screen, you will see that the USB copy will be generating statistics. That's always the first step. It attempts to generate if there are any new files. After that, it's going to show you that it's copying files and what type of files it's copying and how much are still left. First, there were primary statistics. Now it's logbook. This video is obviously post-processed a little because it takes some time. After that, you will have the information, hey, it's a success. You may now remove the USB stick, which you will do, and you remove the stick, and all the data are on the stick right now, and you're good to go. I want to say a few things about the time. Well, it can take some time to copy these data. if you only copy primary statistics and you have, I don't know, half a year or a year of data, that's going to take just some minutes, maybe up to 10 minutes. But if you copy more files, if you especially copy source data, that can take much longer because the source data is much bigger and it takes time to copy over to the USB stick. So it all depends. It can take from minutes to sometimes over an hour or even 2 hours, depending on how much data you're copying to the USB stick. I will show you here that I copied this stick and I had the key file on it, and as you can see, all the files from the device that I said that should be copied are here. So yeah, that's what's gonna be on your stick when you perform the USB copy. Okay, thank you very much for your attention, and see you at the next tutorial.